Welcome all, Codex here on another episode of Phantom Pain, Metal Gear Solid 5. Let's get right and rolling. Continue.
Boss, I know you haven't been back long, but I prepared a list of missions for you. Open your iDroid.
Right.
Please select a mission.
I've taken the job offers Diamond Dogs has received and made a list of those I want you to consider. Which ones you accept is your call. The objectives of the missions I've added are prisoner rescue, facility sabotage, and high-value target elimination. Probably all a walk in the park for you, but they should help you get back on your feet. I put the mission details on a cassette tape. Refer to it if you decide to accept the mission. We'll receive GMP for completing missions, and extracting soldiers and prisoners will boost our ranks. Building up Mother Base is the first step to achieving our goal. If that means wet work, so be it. We're gonna have to get our hands dirty. I hope you're rested up, because we're not stopping. Not until the pain is gone. The future of Diamond Dogs is in your hands. We're counting on you, boss.
Right. Right. Eliminate the Spetsnaz detachment commander secretly involved in the Scorched Earth operation in Afghanistan. The target and his recon unit have occupied Shago village and are ready to meet an assault. Destroy the Soviet comms equipment and prevent reinforcements from being sent to the outposts. Right. Over the fence. Extract the engineer who tried to defect from a Soviet base camp and is now being held at barracks. Phantom Limbs, what's this? Rescue your old partner. Oh, I already did some of that. Right, more missions to do. Extracted the commander from Waxin base. Completed the missions without being discovered by the skulls. Extracted the transport truck driver. Interesting. Here we go. What? Okay. I was gonna stay there for a second, that's a bit weird. Cancel. I'm just trying to gauge things now. Right, where is this? This way. I thought I might be able to get an interpreter. Where's the one for the interpreter? Right, well, I think we just start straight away then. What's this? Missions available. I think I'm still getting used to this. All missions, right. Okay. I'm getting there slowly but surely. I say we do this mission and see how it goes. We'll have to go back to Mother Base obviously and sort stuff out there, but right. Here's way. Eliminate the Spetsnaz detachment commander secretly involved in a Scorched Earth operation in Afghanistan. The target and his recon unit have occupied Shago village and are ready to meet an assault. See the briefing.
Farming villages in southern Vahan have been subjected to a strategic bombing campaign the past several weeks. The damage is spreading. It's part of the Soviet Scorched Earth operation aimed at wiping out the guerrillas. The target this time is the commander of a Spetsnaz detachment. He's been key to the operation's success. People say this guy's responsible for annihilating the Mujahideen at Tismasi Laman, the Hamid fighters, overnight. He's a tough, experienced commander. Don't underestimate him. The order from my client in the west is to shoot on sight. They want him out of the picture for good. Sorry, boss. This one's purely business. Wet work. A hit on a commanding officer of the Soviet military. Nothing personal. We're only doing this because it gets us one step closer to our goal.
Mission accepted.
And where are we going to land? I think that's the best place.
Heading to Afghanistan.
Let's do it. metal. This music I absolutely love. It's from Peace Walker, and when you face the Peace Walker, it is unbelievable. Oh, I so enjoyed that. The damn hard thing as well when you first start off to try and take out. Select equipment. Right, I need to upgrade weapons. That will come in time. I should do that in a bit. Right. By next episode I should have all this stuff sorted. I'm already bloody, aren't I? Alright, I remember this happened on my first go. I didn't wash. I ended up getting flies flying all around me. And then I don't think I'm going to leave it that long. You get a nice little clip of Ocelot. He just throws a bucket of water over you, goes, "You stink," or something like that. Here it comes. Oh, it's so much better in Peace Walker. It's just calm down a little bit in this intro. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go with this stuff. Right?
Deploying.
Action, zooming in. You can zoom the screen in third person by yes, pressing.
Your target is a Spetsnaz detachment commander. Your orders are to take him out. With skills like his, it'd be a shame to waste him. But I'll leave the method up to you. Boss, make your way to Deshago Calais and eliminate the target.
Right, in other words, if I can take him out, do, which I'll be very tempted to do actually. But, in the case of, can't guarantee I won't set off any alarms. I don't think I'm that good. Let's see, I've done it a few times, but... well, let's just see how we go.
Be careful down there, boss.
Righty then. Let's go off. Oops. Go to it.
Start by heading for Deshago Calais. Check your map for the location. The target is camped out in that village, dressed as an ordinary soldier.
I really should be using this. He's got lost. Stuck. Come on. There we go, you can do it.
Yeah.
You have arrived at your destination.
Whoa!
Right. Let's see what I can do here.
arrived at the objective. Your target should be somewhere in that outpost. And don't forget, he has a Spetsnaz recon detail with him. Keep your guard up.
Who's that speaking? Who's that one speaking? Huh.
Is that him? Take a good look at their faces so we can ID the targets.
I'm so tempted to try and shoot them now. Who else can I see? Come on. There we go. Well, if I spend too much time, I'm gonna miss out.
Those materials have already been processed. It may not be much, but we can use them straight away if you bring them back to base. Those are raw diamonds. Collecting them as assets will raise our GMP.
Doesn't set off an alarm. It does.
He's coming too. Roger that. Target. Looks like we found him. Boss, I gotta say it would be a waste to kill him. But putting him to sleep doesn't count as eliminating him. Neither does knocking him out. Target secured. I'll tell the client we sent the target to a place outside of heaven. Boss, your objective's complete. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land. Don't hang around.
ЛГП, понял. Усилить безопасность и найти нарушителя. Конец связи.
Support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
Right, now gone quiet, but it's just a case of now making sure I get out of here. And have I got any C4 with me? Nope, so just do this another time. Right, I think I'm clear. Excellent! Okay, I did that.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Oh, that didn't go too badly at all. Where are you? Oh, there you go.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
That worked out well. I went out without hits as well. Quite happy with that.
This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
Let's do this! Mission well done.
Gaining altitude.
Oh, I missed that one, but hey.
Buddy departing area of operations.
Departing.
Mission complete. Great work.
Ah, still get good enough score. I needed no reflexes and then I'd have been perfect. Ah. Oh well. What is the minus score for? Deployment cost, okay. Oh, that's, yeah. So you listen to some cassette tapes now, I think, at Mother Base. Support hell of armament now, yeah.
How you feeling, boss? Getting used to being in the field again? Having choppers and a horse at your disposal is indispensable for operating in the wilds of Afghanistan. I've gone ahead and arranged for you to be able to develop and customize weaponry for support choppers. And you can also develop new equipment for D-Horse if you like. Use your iDroid to start development as needed.
Elite soldier. Yeah, I should have extracted the first one, I bet. But that's cool. Cool.
Side ops list updated.
By connecting your iDroid to the onboard computer, you turn the chopper into your own Aerial Command Center, or ACC. Some elements of staff assignment and R&D of weapons and items can only be performed from there. Take as long as you need to consider all your options.
Right, well let's listen to some cassette tapes now. Right, this is going to be a bit of a lengthy listen session, I think. We'll see how it goes. And, yeah, maybe a skippable chapter of this or something. We'll see how it goes. Ocelot's briefing. Right.
You were hospitalized in Dikelia, a British sovereign base area on Cyprus. It's part of British overseas territory that falls outside of Cypriot jurisdiction. You got moved from Cuba's Little America right into Cyprus's Little Britain. Why Dikelia? The UK and the US remain close allies. The last place Cypher would think to look for you is inside their own system. That's what kept you safe in British military hospital for 9 years. The safest place from a whale is inside its own belly.
Ah.
You were a regular Geppetto.
Well, it wasn't Pinocchio who led me out to safety. So who was that guy?
Cypher went so far as to attack British territory, burning their own ally. That's how badly they wanted you dead.
He said I was in a British military hospital. But the doctor had a Greek accent.
They hire locally. Easier to trust them. Dikelia is also home to Greek Cypriots, after all.
What about the Turks? They haven't returned to the south.
Not yet. The Cyprus dispute is still a long way from resolved. The country is just as split as it was in '74. Turkish Cypriots in the north, Greek Cypriots in the south. Between them, the Green Line, the UN established.
And Dikelia sits right on top of it.
It does. Part of the buffer zone between the two groups. Another reason it was the perfect place to hide you. Easy to spot any outsiders snooping around.
So how do things stand?
Now, last year, the Turks declared that the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus is an independent state, though it's only Turkey that recognizes it. In the past, the Greeks and Turks lived side by side in the same villages. There are reasons to fight. Those came from the outside. Greece, Turkey, Britain, America, they all had their own stake in pitting the two sides against each other. But once you spark something like this, it's impossible to control. Both sides build up grudges like debt, without the foresight to see that each act of revenge just fans the flames. And then it's too late for other nations to rush in with peace talks. The embers keep on smoldering. Each nation's arrogance only breeds anarchy. The world is paralyzed by this hunger for revenge. Cyprus is no different.
Sorry about that interruption there.
You're up.
We're changing ships?
We can't go sailing the Suez in a whaler.
The Suez Canal. When did they reopen it?
Not long after you were attacked. Once they finished sweeping it for mines after the Arab-Israeli conflict. Can you stand? We've got to transfer to a container ship for passage through the Suez. Our destination is Pakistan, Afghanistan's neighbor to the south. There we disembark and head via Peshawar to the Zero Line, the border. We'll travel to the Khyber Pass by road.
And then?
We continue on horseback. Afghanistan's main roads are under Soviet control. We'll need to go around them. It'll be all narrow, winding paths through the mountains. They'll do better on horseback. It's a local guerrilla tactic. They use the higher ridges to avoid air recons. Then they charge down the mountains for ambushes. The Soviets still haven't devised a counter strategy. Our time frame is only half as much as we really need. It's gonna be a tough march.
Better horses than boats.
Well, it'll make for good physiotherapy. Take the time to get used to that new arm.
While the Soviets have indicated they are not participating in the Los Angeles Olympics, primarily because the United States has made no attempt to guarantee the safety of the Soviet Union's athletes, the United States is increasingly demonstrating the belief that the issue has nothing to do with its preparations, and in fact this is retaliation for the Western nations' boycott of the previous Moscow Olympics. That concludes today's news.
That's quite some news.
The Soviet Union not attending the LA Olympics? Yeah. Andropov's death has changed some things. They're calling it revenge for the Western boycott of the Moscow Olympics.
Countries boycotted the Moscow Olympics?
Yes. In protest of the Soviet Union's invasion of Afghanistan. Over 50 countries were absent. It's too bad I didn't get to see Yamashita's judo. When the 40th Army crossed the Amu River 4 years ago, détente went right out the window. The U.S. Congress chose not to ratify SALT II. And Reagan's hardline politics won in the presidency in a landslide. According to him, the Soviet Union's an evil empire.
A second Cold War.
And there's been no end to regional conflicts and civil wars. Lebanon, the Falklands, Grenada, Iran, Iraq. The story never changes.
Egypt and Israel did sign a peace treaty. But then the driving force on the Egyptian side, President Sadat, was assassinated afterward. Apparently, his actions were considered a betrayal of his fellow Arabs.
Islamic extremists?
Yes. Fundamentalist extremists have been responsible for some bold acts of terrorism in recent years.
We've had extremist students in Iran take U.S. embassy workers hostage, and suicide bombings in Lebanon. Over 300 foreign soldiers stationed there have been killed.
Countries have yet to develop an effective means of dealing with terrorism. Afraid of losing their own men, they've pulled their forces out, handing private forces a golden opportunity.
Private forces?
Small armies with no national affiliation, working for the highest bidder. That's right, they got the idea from you. After Mother Base went down, they began spreading to meet the soaring demand. Miller's organization is just one of many PFs now. The entire world is after you. But at the same time, it needs you too. Miller told me about what happened in the Caribbean 9 years ago. You do remember Miller. You'd formed a private army with him. An army with no allegiance to a nation.
I remember, but...
I see. You're not sure what's fact and what's a fantasy caused by the coma. It's still all a mess, huh? All I can do is tell you the facts as they were told to me. I've gone easy on you up until now. But this is where the hard stuff begins. 1974, the year before you entered your coma. You were in Colombia, operating with a small unit of men, basically mercenaries. Miller was among them. Miller was trying to find a way to turn his and your talents into a line of work. He was looking to start a business where you would fight on behalf of others around the world, those who needed military force. But the reality was, at that time, you didn't have enough gear to equip your own men. Then Miller came across this client. It was a huge job he was offering, but you had a shot at pulling it off. You accepted it and headed into Costa Rica. The client even threw in an offshore facility in the Caribbean. The Mother Base, that would be your new base of operations. Miller sure did have a head for business. As your mission went on, your unit grew and grew. More weapons, more money. Before you knew it, you were commanding 300 men. As the organization got bigger, your military powers swelled to match. It got so the international community couldn't afford to ignore you. You were just too damn successful for your own good. You, your men, had worn out your welcome. Everyone was out for you. East, West, First World, Third. It was only a matter of time before someone took you down. And that was XOF. Officially, they're an anti-terror unit under the CIA. In reality, they're Cyprus' private strike force. They lured you to Cuba using Chico, the Nicaraguan revolutionary kid,
and Paz, a mole who worked for Cypher as bait. While you were gone, XOF, posing as a nuclear inspection team, stormed Mother Base. At the same time, C4 they placed on the strut legs went off. The whole thing went down in minutes.
XOF. Kisses and hugs, followed by a big FU.
All because of Miller's blind spot. A back door into Mother Base no one suspected. You remember a certain scientist. Huey was responsible for bringing the inspection team on board, giving the enemy a perfect opportunity to hit you at home. You were returning from Cuba when it happened. Mother Base came damn close to taking you with it into the Caribbean. Those of your men out on assignment returned right away. They refused to believe the wreckage in the water they found was Mother Base. But they checked the coordinates again and again, until reality finally settled in. You were supposed to die that day. That was XOF's primary objective. As far as most folks know, you did. The first doctor to see you wasn't even sure what he was looking at. Before they'd even finished operating, your men moved you to that hospital in Cyprus. It was a woman named Eva who arranged that. Rings a bell, huh? Most men in your condition would have been written off right from the start. But you survived. You went straight down to hell, and they pulled you out. Your eye wide open. Full of venom. The days of Naked Snake are long gone. Welcome back, Venom Snake. This world still needs you. Here, Snake, try this on.
A prosthetic arm.
Yeah, Miller was calling it the arm that wasn't there. The physiotherapy's going well. Your arm's bulked up enough for it to fit. There. Perfect. A little time with it, and it'll work better than the real thing. What do you think?
Huh. I can still feel my real arm.
Well, you better get used to this one quick. You have any pain?
Every now and then.
Where?
My fingertips. My left fingertips.
Sounds like phantom pain. Your brain still remembers your old hand.
Yeah.
What about your vision? Can you see okay?
Yeah, at the moment.
Now, the shrapnel in your skull is pressing on your optic nerve. I'm told any hard impact could have an effect on your visual cortex.
Yeah, the doctor mentioned that.
Your brain might process visual information incorrectly. In other words, you could have hallucinations. You might see things that aren't there, or not see things as they really are. You experience any of that?
I think so.
When?
Right after I wake up. Colors look faded.
Colors, huh? Well, that's not a major concern in and of itself, but it could mean the difference between life and death in the field. You'll need to watch out for that.
I will.
All right. You should continue your physio. We'll be arriving soon. It's the last chance you'll get.
Right. That's a lot shorter. Ah, what do I have to do? Ooh, good stuff here. Right, so that was the other big listen to. We'll probably listen to that shortly, but after that session, we'll probably leave the other stuff. So listen to this lot, not now, but and then that's the next slot. Right. I'm gonna go to Mother Base now. Ooh, what's this? View an iDroid help menu. You can, whatever. Mission list, side ups list. That's definitely what I want to do. First, we
Please
return to
select
Mother
a
Base.
landing zone. Heading to Mother Base.
This is one of the bits I really love about this game. This whole mother base is so awesome. I love watching this as you're like helicoptering.
Thanks for that, boss. Welcome home, boss.
Right. Mother base morale. As the morale of mother base staff increases, this will raise their abilities above their inherent level. Returning frequently to mother base is a good way to revert staff morale. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. And beating them up is also another good one as well.
Boss. Boss.
This is so aggressive.
Thanks for that, boss.
Wake up!
Thanks for that, boss.
Sure, a lot of aggression there. Wake up. Oh, that's... Alright.
Boss.
See, look at that. Staff morale. No, it's only when they see you I think it normally happens.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, this is the old thing. I don't know if it's ready yet, but I'm gonna try and see if it works now. Right, where is he? There it is.
Boss, if you need supplies, let us know.
Yeah, sure.
Talk. Spit it out.
Oh, it's not ready yet. Oops. So aggressive. Right, now back to the helipad.
Boss.
Oh, sorry, did I not wake you up? Wake up! Ah, this is where I meant to go in. Physically and mentally refreshed.
Thanks for that, boss.
Now, I'm gonna try and level up stuff, but I might have to do it back at the heli. Development. Weapons.
Please specify a project.
C4. Hopefully it doesn't cost too much money.
Please select a drop point. Supplies
Yeah, it
requested.
does.
Supply drop
Yeah,
complete.
let's watch it actually. Here we go. Diamond Dogs. Oh, this game is so good. It's so absorbing in time. I could spend ages in this type of stuff. Try and limit it as much as possible. I'll do this off screen, but let's see. The initial stuff on the screen.
Please specify a project.
Is this all? Ah, that's not good. What's that sniper? Yeah, I definitely want that, but What's this? That's not... Right, so this is... Right. Oh, that's locked. Right, that's why I can't do it. What do I need? More people. My R&D level is not enough, so that's why I can't do that. What else am I looking for? Yep, want that stuff as well. No, don't really want that yet. Oh, interesting. Ah, here we go. There we go. Right. R&D and support. That I really need. And where's the other one I'm really needing? Sneaking suit. What does that need? Fuel resources. I've got that, so I need the research and development team. Staff management, it's not open yet. So, it looks like I'm going to have to go off to another mission. And side missions. Here we go. Extract the interpreter. Right, that's the one I'm going to be doing. Probably do both of them. Oh no. I was going to say do both of them, but they're on opposite ends. How do we do that? Well, we'll do this one first, and then we'll see how we go from there. I may just finish this off, to be honest. Right, calling the helicopter.
Roger.
I think it's going to be a few episodes before we can start
This is B-Quad.
getting this sorted. I love that, it looks like a pencil up there.
Gaining altitude.
Goodbye, my new base. This is why things like this what make this game so amazing, and the massive world to explore.